Well, good morning and welcome to Move Early, Move Often. It is Functional Friday. I am Blake Martin and Functional Fridays. We spend a lot of time thinking about movement that is important for our whole body so that we can continue to move as we age and move through the life cycle. One of the things that's really important are whole body synergies, these collections of muscular activities that allow us to have coordination across the entire body. And so movements that take us into different planes rather than just the forward and back, just the sagittal plane, those movements are really important for that development. So I'm going to show you the exercises. We're going to be doing four. We're going to be doing them in our typical series of four just to break things up and move them around. But it's going to be a little bit of a challenge because in some instances, your hips and your shoulders will not be moving in the same direction. And so we're trying to isolate the shoulder movement from the movement of the hips. And that's kind of the big theme here. All right, so let's get out into the space. Let's make it happen. So let me show you the exercises, the activities that we're going to be doing. We're going to be borrowing some stuff from what we did last week with the jumping into the different planes. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to be just doing jumps, quarter turn jumps, and back again. So it'll just be in two directions. Really accentuate our hips and our shoulders are moving in the same direction in this instance. All right. Move number two, move the second, is going to be a side lunge with a twist. So we're going to step and we're going to touch the toe, the inside of the toe, feet together, and opposite side. And one of the objectives of Memo is that we're using the space that we have. And in this instance, my space isn't really quite wide enough to do what I need to do. So I'm just adapting. That's okay. All right, so that's the second move. And then the third activity is similar to the first one, a quarter circle jump, but it's going to be a quarter circle leap and then touching the opposite toe. So my hips are squared to the direction that I'm traveling and my shoulders are rotated. And back. I did the wrong leg, I beg your pardon. Back. And it's always the back foot that's going on the front foot. So you're trying to land on that front foot and balance it, and then have the shoulders quarter circle turning. Then the last activity is a reverse lunge with twist. We're turning, our shoulders, our hips are square to the front, our shoulders are square to the sides, and back, and opposite legs. All right, so we've got those four activities. Let's do a bit of a warm-up. We're going to do some ankle circles just to begin because we are jumping and we're jumping onto one foot. Don't want to roll our ankle. And it also allows us to practice balancing on the opposite side, opposite direction. And then we'll switch it over. And if I were playing music today, if I didn't have copyright laws to obey, I'd be playing some old school hip hop, maybe a little Sugar Hill Gang, maybe a little bit of Tribe Called Quest. All right, and let's just do little jumps. So I'll just show you. I want my knees to be aligned over my toes. And that's going to be really important when we're doing those quarter circle turn jumps. So we're just warming up. All right. And then coming to pause and just opening. And we're going to do trunk, thoracic rotations. Reach one arm into the forward space and the other arm into the back space. Because we will be doing those rotations. Try to keep your hips pointing forward. So hips are always pointing forward, even as the torso is doing something different. So we're having this thoracic twist. We're really not in our lumbar. Our belly button is still facing the front. All right, so just as we do the activities, really try to organize your body so that your shoulders and your hips are pointing in the direction that they should go. I'll give you cues as we go through. We're going to start with our quarter circle turns. Oh, sorry, my timer is not loud enough. You didn't hear that at all. There
Exercise 1.
So quarter circle jumps. So just turning. And arms can help you with the braking. Shoulders and hips all pointed in the same direction.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
Rest.
And then we'll be doing our side lunges with the twist. Long rest day.
2, 1. Exercise 2.
Step, touch to the inside. Keep your hips are pointing forward, but your shoulders are rotating. Try to keep your belly button glued to your spine.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
And now we'll be doing our quarter turn hops with a twist and a toe touch.
3,
so always the back
2,
leg. Go to the back
1.
leg.
Exercise 3.
And hop to the back foot and down. And we're hopping.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
All right. And now reverse lunges with a twist. Twisting the torso
3, 2.
So that
Exercise 4.
If you have little weights, little 5-pounders or something like this, you can add a little bit of tension to the exercise. Shoulders turning with your elbows so that your whole torso is turning. And again, think about your belly button being glued to your spine. All right, quarter circle turns again, round 2. Here we go.
3,
Everything
2,
turns this time.
1. Exercise 1.
So everything for the quarter circle turn, and knees aligned nicely over your toes. That was a terrible quarter circle turn, Blake. So be facing the front each time when you return.
3, 2, 1.
Not like
Rest.
that. That was bad. And side lunges with a twist, touching the medial side of the foot.
1. Exercise 2.
And if you've got a wider space or a wider lunge, you lunge wider. Lunge to what's comfortable for you. But this is a bit of a workout on the adductors. And
3, 2, 1. Rest.
That's good. Jumping to the back foot, doing our quarter circle hops. It's landing in balance and then hopping
3,
again to our
2,
forward facing foot.
Exercise 3.
And try to keep those knees aligned with your toes so that you have that excellent
3,
practiced
2, 1.
knee alignment.
Rest.
And quarter circle. Reverse lunges with a twist.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 4.
Get that foot back there. Really reach back into the back space with that leg. Shoulders and fists are all together. You could do this with a kettlebell too,
Rest.
just holding it between the two hands. All right, back to our quarter circle jump turns.
3,
Get everything organized.
1.
Shoulders and
Exercise
hips
1.
are together for this one. So this is where the movement is differentiated. And good knee bends,
2.
good plies
Rest.
on your landings. All right. Exercise 2, these are the lateral
3,
lunges with
2,
toe touch.
1. Exercise 2.
Really reach out, twisting the upper torso, keeping the hips square to the front.
Three,
Pure
2,
side lunge,
1.
toes are
Rest.
pointing forward. Okay, side hops to the back foot with a toe touch. Land that balance,
3,
land that
2,
hop
1.
and balance.
Exercise 3.
Into the back foot, switch. To the back foot, switch. To the back foot, switch. To the back foot, switch. Back foot, switch. And always be facing front when you
3,
return.
2, 1. Rest.
And Blake almost did it that time. That was good. Reverse lunges. Twist.
3, 2.
So the thoracic spine is doing the twisting.
Exercise 4.
Reaching into the back space. I'm going to turn this sideways so you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to get back far enough so that my front shin is completely vertical.
3,
It shouldn't. My knee should not be in front of my ankle.
rest.
All right. All right. We're back at quarter circle turns
3,
with
2,
the jump.
1. Exercise 1.
And again, my torso, hips are aligned for this activity. If you can do them faster or want to do them faster, do them faster. If you can or want to do them slower, do them more
3,
slowly.
2, 1. Rest.
All right. Lunges to the side, touching the inside of the toes.
3,
And we'll get that right
2,
away.
1. Exercise 2.
And good reaches to the ground. If you don't get all the way to the ground, that's okay. You're making your effort. You may be saying, but
3,
Blake,
2,
I could go below the ground.
rest.
Then put your hand flat on the floor for that. Quarter circle jump turns, hops. This time with the balance
2, 1.
to the back foot.
Exercise 3.
And don't forget to switch feet when you get back. Good balance. Your knee is really directly over your toes when you land.
3,
Good alignment.
2, 1. Rest.
Sweet. And quarter circle, quarter circle. Say that every time. Reverse lunges
3,
with a twist.
2, 1. Exercise 4.
And shoulder and elbows are all matchy-matchy. Your hips are square to the front. So we're practicing that isolation. Your belly button, if it had a little flashlight in it, that would be pointing directly forward.
3, 2, 1.
All right. Let's come to standing. Place of balance. We've done a little bit of jumping. Let's take our foot just for a little quad stretch. Match your knees side to side, front to back. And just kind of have a sense that your knee, your leg is growing longer. Your knee is pushing down into the floor. It's growing downward. And now press your shoe or your foot into the palm of your hand. Good press. And release the press and release the foot down. Let's do the same thing, opposite leg. Your balance posture. Your leg is extending downward. It's elongating. And now press the laces of your shoe into the palm of your hand. Pay no attention to the buzzer. And everything is elongating. Beautiful. And release the press. Release the foot down. Let's kick our leg forward on the opposite foot. And let's sit forward into kind of a tailor's posture. And a little stretch for the hip extensors, the outward rotators of the hip. When we're doing those quarter circle turns, those guys are active. They're active in rotating the body. And they're also active in stabilizing us as we're balancing. And coming up, and opposite leg, kick it forward, cross at the knee, sit back, and balance as best you can. Trying to get your belly to come forward. Here. And release. Just stand tall and strong. Ready to face your day, ready to face your weekend. Beautiful. You've moved early. I hope you remember to move often. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you back for Momentum Monday. Take care.